You ever just stop talking to someone, not out of anger, not out of spite, but because you finally realized you were the only one holding the connection together? That moment right there, that's where the shift begins. At first, she won't even notice. She'll go about her day, laugh, post stories, seem fine, but silence isn't always instant. It creeps in. And the craziest part, it's not when you leave that she feels it. It's when she realizes you're not coming back. Because when you stop reaching out, when you stop giving updates, when you stop offering your emotional presence, it doesn't feel like distance to her. It feels like loss. And while you're out here reclaiming your peace, she's quietly slipping into the stage where your absence becomes louder than anything you ever said. Let's talk about what really happens when your silence starts to echo. Point 1. She doesn't miss you. First, she notices the shift. In the beginning, it's not about her missing you. It's about noticing that something's off. She opens her phone. No new message from you. That daily check-in you always sent? Gone. And it doesn't hit like heartbreak. It hits like a glitch. Like a part of her routine suddenly disappeared. She won't panic yet. She'll brush it off. Tell herself you're just busy. But deep down, there's a feeling she can't shake. That something's changed. And that uncertainty, it's the first crack. Because silence doesn't show up as pain first. It shows up as absence, and absence always asks uncomfortable questions. Point 2. Her confidence starts to wobble. See, a lot of women walk away with pride. They think they've got it figured out. They think you'll chase. But when you don't, when you just let the silence grow, something happens to that pride. It starts to shrink. She looks back at the way she left, how sure she was that you'd reach out again. But now, that confidence is getting quieter. She thought she had all the power, but now her thoughts are louder than her ego. And she's starting to wonder, did I misread him? Did he actually let me go? For good? That's when the first real wave of doubt hits. Point 3. The world around her doesn't feel the same anymore. She'll go out, see friends, post selfies, try to keep that same energy. But something's missing, and she can feel it. Because the attention she used to crave, it doesn't hit the same when the one person she wants attention from is radio silent. Your silence creates contrast. Now she sees the difference between temporary attention and genuine connection. And it starts to wear on her. Not publicly, not loudly, quietly. In the moments when she's alone with her thoughts. Because when the noise of the world fades, all she's left with is the space you used to fill. Point 4. She starts comparing, and no one measures up. Eventually, she'll try to move on, maybe talk to someone new, go on a date, but that's when it really hits. You won't just anyone. She'll notice it in the smallest things, the way he talks, the way he texts, how he reacts to her emotions, and the comparisons begin. Because once a man brings a woman emotional safety, the kind of presence that calms her storm, it's not something she forgets. And every time she tries to connect with someone else, a quiet thought creeps in. Why doesn't it feel like it did with him? Your silence made her remember how rare that feeling was. Point 5. The guilt creeps in. As more time passes, something unexpected shows up. Guilt. Not because you hurt her, but because she realizes she never really appreciated you when she had the chance. She starts remembering how you were always there, how patient you were, how deeply you listened, and suddenly your silence doesn't feel cold anymore. It feels deserved. That's the part that stings, because she knows deep down, it wasn't that you weren't enough. It was that she didn't value what she had until you stopped giving it. Point 6. The fantasy starts replacing the reality. When you stay silent long enough, she doesn't just remember what happened. She starts romanticizing it. She forgets the arguments, the tension, the reasons things fell apart. All she remembers now are the nights you stayed up talking, the way your voice felt like peace, the way you made her laugh when she didn't want to smile. She rewrites the past in her mind, not because she's delusional, but because she misses the version of herself that existed when she was with you. And now that you're gone, the reality feels dull in comparison to the memories. Point 7. She tries to pull you back indirectly. At this point, she won't text you directly. Not yet, but she'll start testing the waters. She might watch your story more often, like an old post. Send a random meme, something subtle, something casual, but it's not casual to her. It's a vulnerability test. She wants to know, is he still there? And this is where most men fail. They respond too quickly, they get excited, they reopen the door too soon, but not you. You stay calm, you stay grounded, because now you understand silence is not punishment, it's power. Point 8. The realization hits her when you don't respond. She was hoping to pull you back without saying much, but your stillness says it all. No reply, no chase, no emotional reaction. And that breaks the loop. Because now, she doesn't just feel regret, she feels the finality of it. Your silence isn't just quiet anymore, it's closure, not forced, but chosen. And that's when it truly hits her, not just what she lost, but who she lost. A man who didn't need to argue, didn't need to explain, he just disappeared with peace. And that kind of disappearance, it echoes. Bro, the silence you're holding right now, that's not weakness, that's wisdom. It means you finally stopped trying to prove your worth to someone who couldn't see it. You're not chasing anymore, you're not explaining, you're not available to energy that drains you. And that shift, that calm detachment, it's not just about her, it's about you, about finally protecting your peace like it's worth something, because it is. So if you're in that phase right now, where you're letting go, where you've stopped reaching, where you're finally choosing you, then you're not alone. Drop this in the comments. I don't chase, I attract. Because the moment you become the man who stops running after validation is the moment she realizes she lost something rare.